Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this next episode, we are building an AI form validation. Zod catches the obvious stuff right away, and the Blur AI catches whether what you type actually makes sense, like putting pizza for lunch or something else. As your company name, technically text but clearly wrong. But before that, we are fixing how the project is organized. So today, I have made some changes with a home page which has a shared demo shell, one place land every navigation between every episode. So open the browser and load the localhost. All demos now are on the one screen. Search, autocomplete, form validation, which is coming next, and the canvas. Each card has the episode description and tags. You can get these changes in the link from the description. Let's install Zod first. Once it is installed, we'll deep dive into the implementation. Let's add a new file for validation schema. This is a shared schema which we use. One schema drives both client sort and the types. And the constant AI validated fields is the allowed list for the AI validation. As shared previously in the video, now we have a demo shell which will make page creation easy. Let's add the new page for the validation and simply copy it from the existing page. Once we copy paste the existing one, we just need to use the new component for the validation form. As simple as that. Let's create a new component validation form and simply copy it from the existing code. Before going to that, let's talk about how the architecture for this component is going to be. So a user interact and types a field in any of the field from the form. An on change is going to take place. If it is non-empty, then we continue. If it is empty, we don't do anything. After we put in some value, the blur event will take place. Once the blur event takes place, Zod revalidate the input. Next, in any of the situation, Zod basically becomes a gatekeeper for the AI validations. So the AI only runs when the syntax is valid and the field actually needs some semantic checking. We post a field and the value to the AI. It makes a call with the generate object. The generate object will give us the following information with whether it is valid, it has some confidence, and the respective suggestion. We get that back as a response. Let's look at the validation form component and its important bits. So the first thing that we have is the forms. So what we are doing here is defining all the form fields that we are going to have. Initialize them with the initial value. Next, we have a function isAI field, which compares with the existing constant whether the field that we are currently looking into is a AI field or not. Inside the functional component, we have four parallel pieces of state: from values, syntax errors, AI results, per field loading, keeps the UI independent perfect. Next, we have a function validate with sort. And what exactly it does? It validates one field at a time. It runs on a change, not blur. It gives the instant feedback, returns the boolean so the blur can bail out early. So the next critical parts are AI validation and blur orchestration. First we'll talk about the validate with AI. First we set the loading to true, make the validate route call asynchronously and wait for the feedback. Then we stop the loader finally. Next we have the handle change, which take care of setting the form value and also clearing the stale AI feedback when the user edits. Then the another important part, which is handleBlur. Blur is the trigger. We don't spam the API on every keystroke. It guards with if the value is empty or sort has failed or value is not part of the validate fields constant. We skip the validation. Next we create all the fields on the UI. So we go over the constant that we created earlier for the fields for each one of them, having the label and the information and also with the input for each field. And based on that, we should be able to see all the fields on the UI. Next, we have all the UI feedback priority. Like the first one, Zod error, it always wins. So if there are any Zod error, this will comes up. Then next we have the loading spinner. Third, we have the AI validation, which is like if the AI is validated, we show in green color with some confidence. And finally, with the AI invalid, with the amber color in the suggestion. Now, let's go and build the route. So we create a folder and then the route inside it. Let me just copy the existing route that I have and we'll go over that. So what we see here is an export async post function, which is our app router convention. Then we get the form values, field and the value. Next, we call the generate object with the prompt. The generate object is the Vercel AI SDK structured output. The same Zod schema as the client guarantees the values that we return as valid, confidence and the suggestion. So we return the form as JSON. Let's go and give this a try. We should be able to see our local host and we should be able to navigate to the new page. Okay, so I forgot to run it. So let's run it again and try to reload it. So once we reload, if we navigate to the AI form validation, we should see our form getting displayed. Let's say I type pizza at lunch and just press tab, the AI suggestion should come up. Okay, so now we have the suggestion coming up. So I get a suggestion, consider using a more formal name or a name that reflects the business core service or a value proposition. So this is the suggestion that AI gives us. Now let's just try with a valid name. So if I'll just provide a company name, which probably will be a correct one, and we see it is been in a green color, has some confidence on it. Next, with the work email, if I'll just provide the instant feedback comes from the Zod. Now let's just go and look for the job title. If I type sorry, not sure, it gives me the instant suggestion. Consider providing a more specific job title that reflects the user's role. Let's just provide a valid role. I say manager. AI finds this plausible with the 95% confidence. Okay, so that's all for the form validation. Now let's look what we are going to implement next. In the coming episode, we are going to build a chat widget. The chat widget is a floating assistant on every page, one hook, one API route, one component. It has been dropped into your root layout, so if you follow along, you should be able to see across all the pages. Now let's just say I type the question it's given the suggestion. So we already provide the information about the existing product that we worked upon. It gives me the list of details that is aware of. Let's just ask the question, tell me what is semantic search, and it's gonna give me the respective information that is already aware about the semantic search. Isn't it is great? Let's try another one. This looks nice. Please give me the information about what is AI form validation, and it's gonna give me the detail what we already trained this with. Let's say. So it gives me the information about what the form validation is. So looking forward for it. Thank you.